picture of a sea snake, and we're going to be reading about sea snakes today. Ooh. We're also going to be talking about the king cobra. Can you say king cobra?
King cobra.
And I wanted to tell you that today I have a couple respectful on-task tickets. And so when we're done at the end of the day, I'm going to have your teacher pick who was the most respectful and on task today. All right? And you get to take this home. All right? So help me remember that, Mrs. Smith.
I can do that.
All right. Now I want to show you a coral snake. Can you say coral snake?
Coral snake.
So we're going to be seeing the words coral snake in our reading today. Look at this. See how it's kind of little, but you see that stuff dripping off? Yes.
You might want to put those underneath the document camera.
You know, I tried it before, but what happens is the glare.
Okay.
So this is venom. Do you see the venom off that snake's mouth, that little ball, that little round yellow thing? Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's venom or poison. Okay, so venom or poison. Does anybody know what that is? Turn and talk to your partner if we're talking about poison. What do you think that is? Oh, give me 5. Good job. Poison ivy. I heard you say it. That's when you get into it, you itch and scratch, right? So this is a picture of poison. Poison ivy. All right. Well, today I brought my fishing pole. How many of you have ever gone fishing? All right. Well, this is our fishing pole. And what happens when you throw it out into the water? What do you put on it? Turn and talk to your partner. All right, give me 5. I heard it. I heard bait or a worm, right? All right, so we're going to be reading in our story today. There's the word fisherman. Okay? All right, so we've kind of got an idea that we're going to be talking about sea snakes today and fishermen. I think you've done some keywords before, right?
Yes.
All right, we know that keywords are the important words, right?
Yes.
And how does that apply to life? Because, you know, it's like when I taught middle school, my middle school kids are always like, well, Mrs. Palmer, how are we going to use that in life? Well, when you're writing a grocery list, you write the most important words, don't you? You write milk, apples, chicken, soap, coffee, right? Or when I'm going to write my things to-do list, I use keywords. I'm going to wash the car. I'm going to vacuum the house. I've got some lists up here, and I've got 1 or 2. We're going to do a little game show. Now, if I'm going to do things to buy, am I going to write on my list and of the, but, so, it, is, are? Up, thinking? Or am I going to write things to buy, number 2, coffee, milk, apples, cookies, chips? All right, put it in your mind. If I'm going to write keywords or my shopping list, is it going to be 1 or 2? And I don't want you to hold it up like this. I want you to show me right here. Show me, are we going to do 1 or 2? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see everybody. All right, you are right. We are going to do 2, aren't we? Keywords. So that's one way we use keywords in our life. I am going to pass out an article for you. Did you have a paper passer? No. All right. So would you pass out? And would you pass out very quickly, all right? When you get this, I want you just to see if you can find any words that you know. So just, you're going to look at it right now until everybody has it. You have 2 options. You like to have choice, right? This is your option. You can follow along up here when we're reading it, or your other option is to be looking at your paper on your table or desk. All right, those are your 2 options. Am I going to see looking around the room? No. Okay, so up here, or you have your own copy. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read it out loud the first time, and you are going to follow along. All right?
Mrs. Palmer, can I try something?
Yeah, you can turn.
See if it. I take a look.
All right, ready? just following along. I'm reading out loud. I'm still waiting. Okay, here we go. Sea snakes. The most poisonous snake in the world is not the cobra or the coral snake. It is the sea snake. Marine scientists estimate that the venom of sea snakes is 50 times more powerful than that of the king cobra. Sea snakes do not always inject venom when they bite. Nobody is quite sure why. The poison is slow to take effect, but when it does, the effects are fatal about 25% of the time. Fishermen are the most frequent victims. All right? What we're going to do now is we are going to count sentences. All right? So you can follow up here. And how do we know where a sentence ends? Turn and talk to your partner. All right, give me 5. Nice job. When we see a period or a question mark or an exclamation mark, right? I heard great conversation. All right, here we go. You can read it out loud with me. You can have your pencils ready. The most poisonous snake in the world is not the cobra or the coral snake. It is the sea snake. Would you circle that? 1 period, right? Now down here at the bottom, over here, you can see where Mrs. Palmer's writing hers. You're going to write a Roman numeral. That's a funny number. But it looks like a capital I. Would you go ahead and write that? And then you're going to write 3 spaces. All right, let's read the second sentence. Ready? Starting with marine. Here we go. Marine scientists estimate that the venom of sea snakes is 50 times more powerful than that of the king cobra. Period, circle. Now we're going to put a number 1. Do you see where I've got it lined up? Right underneath that line. And we're going to draw 3 spaces. Teachers sometimes already have this written out for the kids, have the diagram written, but it's 4th grade and I feel I can do it. Okay? Let's read on. Here we go. And I see you are ready. Nice job. Here we go. Sea snakes do not always inject venom when they bite. Circle. Do you need a pencil, honey? All right, go ahead and circle. And we're going to write 2. Right? And we're going to draw our lines. Finger on nobody. I see this person over here. Wow, lots of you are ready and following. Very good. Ready? Nobody is quite sure why. Circle period. Put 3. Nice job. Wow. See lots of king cobra people. All right.
You're gonna have a hard time
I
deciding.
know. Here we go. Ready? The poison is slow to take effect, but when it does, the effects are fatal about 25% of the time. Circle. What number? 4. 3 words. Draw your lines. Good job. This class is on the ball. You know what that means? You're doing a good job. You're ready. All right, here we go. What's this word? I had my fishing pole. Here we go. Fishermen are the most frequent victims. Now, I want to talk about the key words. And I think your teacher has probably told you this, but you can have only 3 words. Thumbs up if you weren't.
You scoot down a little bit, you can't see it.
Okay? All right. And number numbers and some symbols like the dollar sign and the cent sign, those are free, all right? So I want to look at this for just a minute. I want to look at this word marine. That talks about the sea. Okay, we're not talking about the Marine fighter soldiers like my granddaughter's dad, who's a Marine. We're talking about somebody who's studying the sea. So these are sea scientists, right? Because we're talking about the fishermen and the ocean. The other thing I want to talk about is we're going to do something today, teachers, called me, to, and you. So that for students means that I'm going to do the thinking for the first part. And then I'm going to have you talk to your partners for part of it. And then the last part, I'm going to have you do it on your own. So that's me to you. All right? So here's my thinking. I need your hands down right now. I can call on you later, okay? All right. I'm going to think. Remember on my list of I want keywords are the most important words, right? So I'm just thinking in my mind, and I want you to watch up here. I'm thinking the is probably not a word I put on my grocery shopping list, right? And I think in and the, probably not so much. The, is, or, those are good words to put sentences together in English, right? All right. So I'm thinking, my teacher told me I can only use 3 key words. Oh, this one seems really important. Most. So you can go ahead and circle that. And oh, I think poisonous is a good one. Most poisonous snake in the world is not the cobra, and it's not the coral snake, but it is the sea snake, and it's the most powerful snake in the world. Now I want to talk a little bit. Do you see how you see sea snake? Well, that's our title. And so I'm not going to use that all the time. Because what are we talking about in this article? What's the main idea? Sea snakes, isn't it? So now I'm going to copy, and you can do the same thing. And remember, if I see it in text, it has to be copied correctly, right? You're not doing guess and go spelling because it's right there in front of you. So let's write those 3 words in order how we see them. Most, poisonous, and you can write them, world. Faster than me. Wow, this is a smart class. Woo. You guys, wow, look at all these people. Woo. Nice job. Now, some of you might not be done copying. That's okay. You can catch up. But if I was to tell this back now, I'm going to close this off, and I'm going to look and see most poisonous world. Let's see. How would I say that? Oh, yeah. Sea snakes are the most poisonous snake in the world. I don't have to have all the other information, do I? No. I'm not copying exactly what the author said. I just want to be able to look at those 3 words. Do you have a question, Zen?
Yeah,
Oh, you were going to say it? Okay, the most poisonous snake in the world. So now let's do it with me. Ready? Sea snakes are the most poisonous snakes in the world. Nice job. Now I'm going to do the next sentence as well because it's my turn. It's the me, that's the teacher part. Marine scientists estimate, oh, this is a long sentence, that the venom of sea snakes is 50 times more powerful than that of the king cobra. My goodness. I think I'm going to do